Looking back now, it's almost unreal how quickly everything unraveled with Daniel. I'm Olivia, 32, sitting in my old bedroom at my parents' house in Dallas, and I can't help but let out a sharp, bitter laugh at how far off course my life feels compared to what I once pictured. I met Daniel at my friend Rachel's housewarming. She had just bought this beautiful little townhouse, the kind of home I used to imagine myself owning someday. Walking in, I felt a stab of envy, not just because of the house, but because Rachel seemed to have it all figured out. The job she loved, a fiancé who adored her, and now this perfect new home. Meanwhile, I was single, exhausted by dating apps, and half convinced that love had passed me by. Then I met him. Daniel stood out right away, tall, dark hair, and an effortless sort of confidence. But it wasn't his looks that pulled me in. It was the way he listened, how he seemed to really care about my words, as if nothing else mattered in that moment. We ended up talking for hours, and by the time I left that night, something I thought I had lost stirred inside me, hope. Hope that maybe I'd finally found someone who wouldn't end in disappointment. And for a while, that's exactly what he was. Daniel was almost too good to me. The kind of man who was steady in every way, who showed up fully, emotionally, physically, in the little things that mattered. He made me feel safe, cherished, grounded. Our relationship moved quickly, but it never felt wrong. Within a year we were engaged, married the year after. It was everything I thought I wanted. But maybe that was the problem. Because after the excitement faded, I started twisting his strengths into flaws. His kindness felt too soft, his steadiness too predictable. He wasn't the type to sweep me away on a whim, to stir up butterflies with uncertainty. He was reliable. He remembered my coffee order. He sent flowers just because. And I began to resent him for it. It started subtly. I'd tease him for being too nice. I'd roll my eyes when he asked, again, if I needed anything from the store. I laughed with friends when they joked about how he was more husband material than boyfriend material. And somewhere deep down, I let myself wonder, had I chosen comfort over passion? Stability over thrill? That question lodged in me like a splinter, and over time, it grew into something I couldn't ignore. The night it all came crashing down is seared into me. We were at a dinner party, surrounded by friends, glasses of wine, easy conversation. Someone brought up relationships, whether we find love by destiny or just circumstance. And without even realizing what I was about to do, I laughed and blurted out, honestly, if I had the chance to do it again, I don't think I'd have married Daniel. The words hung in the air like smoke. The laughter died instantly, replaced by a silence so heavy it made my stomach sink. I turned toward Daniel, already regretting what I'd said. He was staring at me, his expression empty, unreadable, like something inside him had just gone still. His fingers tightened around the stem of his wine glass. "Wow," he finally said, his voice low but cutting. "Good to know." I panicked, tried to explain, to take it back, but the moment was already broken. His eyes had shifted, not with anger, not even with sadness, but with something worse. Pity. And that unsettled me more than anything else. That night, he didn't yell, didn't argue. He just turned off the light and went to bed without another word. I told myself it was temporary, that by morning we'd talk, that he'd let it go like he always did. But when I woke up, his side of the closet was half empty, his toothbrush gone, and on the nightstand beside our honeymoon photo sat his wedding ring. I froze, trying to make sense of what my heart already understood. He wasn't coming back. My calls went unanswered, my texts unread. I kept telling myself he just needed time, that he'd come back once he cooled off. But a week passed, then another, then a month, and slowly, painfully, I had to accept the truth. This wasn't a fight. This was over. What hurt most was not just that he left, but how quickly he moved forward while I was still stuck in disbelief. He was piecing together a new life, and one afternoon I saw it with my own eyes. I was downtown when I spotted him at a cafe, laughing. Across from him sat a woman who seemed to embody everything I wasn't. Naturally confident, effortlessly graceful, secure in who she was. The way he looked at her, like she was the only person who mattered, was the way he used to look at me. For a moment, I wanted to go to him, to remind him of what we had built, the years we had shared. But I didn't move. Because deep down, I already knew the truth. I had lost him. Worse than that, I had failed him. Regret doesn't hit like a storm. It seeps in slowly, quietly, until one day you wake up drowning in it. I had something rare, something extraordinary, and I let it slip away because I never fully saw it for what it was. Daniel didn't walk away because he stopped loving me. He left because he finally understood that I could never love him in the way he truly deserved. And now, while he makes someone else happy, I'm back in my childhood bedroom, haunted by the pieces of everything I destroyed. They say you don't realize what you have until it's gone. But sometimes, you do realize, you just never believe you'll actually lose it. And by the time you do, it's already too late.